I have a great feeling about this Oregon State Colorado game. I just do. It's Colorado's homecoming. It's a night game. The crowd's going to be there. It's going to be sold out. And a physical but not explosive team is coming to play. But most importantly, one of those is because Shedeur will not be facing three of the top pass rushers in the country like he did with UCLA. But don't get it twisted. The Oregon State Beavers have a defensive line. They are third in the Pac-12 in sacks, but they don't have the same monsters UCLA has. And I know what you're thinking. Oregon State beat UCLA a few weeks ago. That's true. But OSU is a physical team. UCLA was not able to stop the run. Oregon State can run the ball, probably best in the conference. Their offensive line is really top notch. That's why it's an ideal fit for their transfer, their first year quarterback DJ. They do that basically to hide him. He can make the throws, but he will turn the ball over, which led to his benching at Clemson before he transferred to Oregon State. Now, this is perfect timing in the season for Travis and many of the Buff secondary. When he runs that play action or throwing on passing downs, you have to come down with the ball. I'm not impressed with OSU's record, by the way. I feel they played cupcakes for the first 3 games. No offense to San Diego State. But let me give you the keys to win. Number 1, you have to protect Shedeur. Their defense will give up points. They lost to Washington State a few weeks ago, giving up 38 points. They let California Berkeley score 40 points. Give Shedeur time to make the throws, and you may win. Number 2, turnovers. Last week, Travis put them in such a good position. Oregon State is not built to play from behind. You score and take the ball away, and they have to throw more. And remember, DJ's inconsistent. That can lead to more turnovers. Number 3, no ejections. Shilo, you could be physical, and everybody on the bus team could be physical, but don't get thrown out of the game. That really changed a little bit, and it could have turned the tide in the UCLA game. Number 4, be prepared for a physical game. Coach Prime talked about that in a few of his interviews this week. They've practiced that, but you have to be prepared. Oregon State beat UCLA because they were the more physical team. It can happen in some games. You wear a better opponent down. The problem that can work both ways is beyond half the season, and Oregon State just lost to Arizona, not only because of coaching mistakes. They tried to fake field goal before the end of the half, and they ended up losing by 3. But more importantly, they were worn down. They looked like a team that needed a bye week. It's exactly what Oregon State is not getting. They have to travel to Folsom on homecoming. And I think the margin of error is super narrow. And if the game ends up something like TCU, I like the Buffs' chances. Oh yeah, I think Coach Prime knows this. Coaches know it. Players know it. Their season is on the brink. I have been a part of it. When you got more losses than wins, let me tell you, you start to naturally see self-preservation come in. Those juniors and seniors who have a chance at the league all of a sudden don't make that play or miss a tackle or will not run routes as they normally would. They don't want to get injured. The guys who have transferring in the back of their mind don't practice as hard. Some starters are thinking about spring ball. Simply, they pack the season in because what is there to play for? When losses pile up, true character shows out. Heritage Sports.